hi there, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Cardwell's Cauldrons here at Geektopia Island. I'm Cardwell.
And I'm Kevin.
And today we're going to have ourselves with a fun new Jund deck here. And it only has a splash of green in there for two cards really, because I just, why not? But before we get into it, we go to remind you that we do have a Patreon. It only takes $1 to support us, and we love you very much for it. And with that, the link will be down below. And today's brand new deck with the good old fun set is Sometimes They Come Back. And as you can probably guess it's just a bunch of escape dudes that work really well with each other. For sure. And to help, he does not have escape, but he can still get out of hell for sure. It's a Gutterbones. It's a 1-drop 2/1 skeleton warrior. Enters the battlefield tapped, sadly. But you can pay 2, 1 in a black, return it in the graveyard from the hand. Activate this ability only during turn if your opponent has lost life this turn, which will hopefully happen all the time.
Yeah, but it's a 1-drop that always comes back.
Yeah.
They're hard to deal with.
Exactly, and decks like this, I feel like you just need a 1-drop for sure.
Alright, one of our first big boys of the deck is Kroxa, the Titan of Death's Hunger. He is one of the best cards of the new set, like, hands down.
Agreed.
Black-red for 6/6, and when he enters the battlefield, you sacrifice it unless it escaped. And then it enters the battlefield or attacks, each opponent discards a card, then each opponent who didn't discard a non-land card this way loses 3 life.
Yep.
And then he's also got Escape for 2 black and 2 red. And for those that don't know what Escape is, it's a new mechanic where you exile 2 other cards, or exile X amount of number of cards, and they come back for that cost. So his Escape is 2 black, 2 red, and then exile 5 other cards from your graveyard, and he can come back.
Yep. And he stays there.
Yeah, the thing with Escape is once this dude dies, it doesn't go away. Yeah. You can do it again and again and again and again.
Exactly.
As long as you have the 5 other cards to remove, you can keep bringing him back.
Yeah, no exiling with this. It just happens all the time, which makes limited really busted with Escape for sure. But him, he comes into play and does it, and then swings and does it as well. So you can just constantly just keep doing that.
Yeah, and like the first time you play him, you're like, turn 2, play him, trigger him.
Don't care.
You lose some life, and then he dies, and then turn 2, or 2 turns later, you're like, cool, bring him back.
Yep. As simple as that. Now this guy is going to be super annoying. I'm surprised we haven't seen him much sooner. Is Phoenix of Ash. 1 and 2 red. Flying haste. He's a 2/2. He has weird fire breathing, so you pay 3. He gets +2/+0 until end of turn. But he escapes for 4. 2 and 2 red. Exile 3 other cards, which is a very cheap cost. He comes into play with 1/1 counter on it. So he's a 3/3 flying haste at any time that you have the graveyard for it. So you can just keep on swinging, coming back over and over.
Yeah, he's pretty silly.
Yeah.
Next up is the Rotting Regisaur. It is a black and 2 for a 7/6 down dinosaur. And he, at the beginning of your upkeep, you discard a card. So he helps fuel all your escape dudes.
Yep. And you just throw an escape dude in the graveyard, and then you can play it. So it's not like you're losing any value, to be honest. So, that's the bad thing about a 7/6 dude that discards you, right?
Yeah.
You lose value, quote.
I mean, yeah, it's a 7/6 on turn 3 that I'm just going to kill you in 3 turns if I hit. So it's kind of worth it.
And there'll be something, of course, later that will just help this guy out get through. Yeah, it should be fun. Now, this is the reason why it has green in the deck, and I hope it's a great reason. Well, it's Polukranos Unchained. It's 2 black and a green, Zombie Hydra. It comes into play with 6/1/1 counters on it, which is 6/6 for 4. That's solid, right?
Yeah.
If damage would be dealt to him while he has a 1/1 counter on it, prevent that damage and remove that many 1/1 counters instead, so he can survive a few battles. But you can pay 1 black and a green. He fights another target creature, which, if you've never played with Fight Bear, it's one of the most insane busted abilities you can have on a creature. But after he runs out of counters, he can escape for 4 black and a green. Exile 6 other cards from your graveyard, but he comes back with 12 1/1 counters on him. So he's a 12/12 for 6 that can fight the whole board if he wants to.
Yeah.
This guy's just insane. I feel like he's just super good, and he has not been used yet.
Yeah, he's going to do a whole lot for a lot of different things, and being able to just Fight Bear whenever, like, it usually, like, fight abilities are like tap Fight Bear, or it's on a spell.
Yeah.
So you get it one time, but this dude just constantly has that threat there, and that, not only is that going to hurt them, it's going to play mind games with them, because if they're going to be like, I have to play this dude, and it's going to get Fight Beared away.
Exactly. Especially if you're able to turn 6, escape him, or on their turn, because you do escape any turn, and then on your turn 7, you have 6 mana anyway, so you're just like, fight, swing in. like with whatever dudes I have.
Yeah.
And it's just insane.
He's silly. The next dude we got is the Ox of Agonas. It is 2 red and 3 for a 4/2 Ox. And when he enters the battlefield, discard your hand, then draw 3 cards. But he's got Escape, and Escape is 2 red.
2.
Exile 8 other cards from your graveyard. And then he escapes with a 1/1 counter on him. So if he escapes, he is a little better because he's only 2 mana to play, but you have to have 8 other cards to get rid of, which kind of sucks, but it's worth it. Because he comes in with a 1/1 counter, so he's a 5/3 that draws you 3 cards when you discard your.
Yep.
So, dude is awesome.
So if you're able to like discard this guide from Rotting Regisaur, you need some more cards. You play this with Escape, you have 3 more cards, and you just fuel your hand again, and you just go at it. You just keep going.
Yeah.
So
Dude gets there.
yeah, super gets there. Now to help these big dudes out and fight and getting with all the big numbers they have is Shadowspear. It's one of the best artifacts we've had in a very long time, or best equipment. Sorry, it's a 1-drop equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1, has trample and lifelink. All right,
Solid.
yeah. Give it to Polukranos and gain all that life. Or Rotting Regisaur, he's a 8/7 that tramples over. It's ridiculous. And the equip cost is 2. That's why it's so beautiful. Most of the equipments are like, oh, you can drop it down for 1, but you have to equip it for 5 mana, and you're like, that's a waste of time. This super simple, and it has an ability. Pay 1 per permanent your opponent's control loses hexproof and indestructible in your turn. So this hopefully gets rid of the A8 Kraken that will be popping up, and then all of the gods as well when they come and attack and fight. Or you can pay 1 Polukranos a god and get rid of them. So with that, it's super good. And this does not need to be equipped to activate that ability. Just to remind you, because it doesn't say that. It's just a static ability on the artifact. So you can just even have it on the side, and if you're taxed on mana, you just pay 1, Polukranos, kill that god. Thank you. Bye.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a super amazing card.
Next up is a kill spell. Assassin's Trophy is a black-green instant. Destroy target permanent an opponent controls. Its controller searches for a basic land card and puts it into the battlefield.
Yep.
So it's just a kill spell, like, because you're gonna need them.
Yep.
There's a lot of really good threats right now, and this kills a permanent, so it doesn't matter what it is, unless it's indestructible.
Yeah, exactly.
So everything but the gods it can just easily kill, which is really nice.
And if you're playing black-green, you might as well play this, you know? Another other second reason to play green in this slot. It's a cheap kill spell. And the next up is Fling, because why not? It's 1 and a red instant. As an additional cost to cast Fling, sacrifice a creature. Fling deals damage equal to the sacrifice's creature's power to target creature or player. And with Kroxa, that sacrifice ability, unless it's escape, is an actual trigger, and you can respond to it. So for 4 mana, you can pay 2, make them lose 3, discard a card or whatever, and then pay another 2 before he has to be sacrificed to deal 6 damage. Probably to their face.
That's it's pretty cute.
Yeah, that's why I at least have 1 copy, because I thought all these big dudes that escape, why not? Polukranos comes in, fling him, 12 damage.
Take 12.
Suck it.
Next up is Ashiok, the Dream Render. She is 2 black or 2 blue, 2 black or 2 blue in 1.
Yep.
So, but you're mostly just playing it for black in this. So 2 black in 1. For a 5-drop loyalty or 5 loyalty walker. Spells and abilities your opponents control can't cause their controller to search the library, which is the main reason for her.
Yeah.
And then -1, target player puts the top 4 cards of their library into the graveyard, then exile each opponent's graveyard. And that helps too, but because that helps get rid of all their escape dudes and all their silly graveyard shenanigans.
Exactly. And the key word is target player puts the top 4 cards. So you target yourself, so you can mill for escape, and then it exiles their graveyard. So you don't need to target them for them to exile. So therefore, you can get rid of their graveyard while filling up yours at the same time. Ashiok's really good. And with so many people playing 3 colors with a Fabled Passage, they can't search up their land at all with Ashiok. So you want to gem this on turn 3 as fast as possible to fill up the graveyard. It's like basically another library, or another hand that you're filling up. Because you're like, oh, this one, come here. And then you get rid of all their shenanigans in their graveyard.
I like that.
Yeah, very, very cutesy things. And the next one is, because why not, Bedevil. It's one of the strongest kill spells. It's 2 black and a red. Instant, destroy target artifact, creature, or planeswalker. Because it does everything.
It's simple, yeah.
It gets rid of pesky witch's oven. And get rid of that immediately, please.
Next up is Eat to Extinction. It is a black and 3 for an instant. Exile target creature or planeswalker. Look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard. So this is a kill spell, and it helps set up your deck for escape stuff.
Yep. Simple as that. And it exiles, so that's even more important when the god is activated or anything. Just like get rid of it for sure. And it's just good. It's just good. And we've paid for Vraska's Contempt before, and since this is 1 black and 3, thank you.
Yeah.
We'll do that. Now, I'm not sure how to do the lands, to be honest. Because I kind of didn't want to do too many temples, and I wanted to throw in Fabled Passage of my own, just to get turn 4 easy and readily available, right? Plus Fabled Passage, you sack it and it removes more for the escape cost too. So
yeah,
to do with that. But of course we have Blood Crypts. We have Castle of Locthwain, which is the land that comes into play untapped if you control swamp. You can pay 3, draw a card, then you lose life equal to the number of cards in your hand. And depending on if you play the Ox or Regisaur real early, then you have no hand. So you want to keep drawing more and more. And of course, we talked about Fabled Passage. Land, sack it. It's basically Evolving Wilds. You go get a basic land, put it into play. But if you have 4 or more lands, it comes to play untapped, which is what's so beautiful about it. We have a forest. We have some mountains. We have an Overgrown Tomb. It's a black-green shockland. Come to play. Just you know what shocklands are now, right? As well with Stomping Ground, which is the black-green or the red-green one. And then we have some temples. So green is not very prevalent as you've seen, so we try to do the minimum of green as possible. So we have 1 Temple of Abandon, red-green, comes to play tap, scry 1. And we also have Temple of Malice, which is the black-red one, which we have 4 of, because we have a lot of double of black and red for sure. And I really hope to actually find a perfect balance between all these colors and maybe get to where we don't even need that many temples. But I don't know. I'll have to keep working on that for sure. And we'll have it up on Arena. And maybe by that time I'll actually have the land base perfectly fine and suited for it.
This deck looks really fun.
Yeah. It looks super fun. I hope it works. I hope it's like a slight combo deck in the fact that you need lots of parts to it. And hopefully we can get enough things in the graveyard to be able to do these parts, you know? Or we'll just have to mess with the cards and spells and see if we can fill up the graveyard even faster. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. But with that, the deck list will be down below, and hopefully you enjoyed your stay here at Geektopia Island. Goodbye.
Later. Also, guys, I just remind y'all to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and if you want to keep up to date on all our future content, make sure you click that bell. It'll give you all the notifications you need.
With that, we'd like to go ahead and give a big thank you to all our fans that support us through the year, and especially our Patreon support people. We do like to give a shout out to our Mythic and Above supporters, and that would be Dwayne Higgs. Thank you very much. We love you.